Oh, hello. Welcome to the live. Whew, Thursday, baby. Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Let's get into this live. Let's get into this topic. I'm super excited to talk about this. It's a question that I've asked myself, and I got an answer that really resonated with me. And I'm sure for some of you who are wanting to go to the next level, who are growing, who are becoming and doing all that wonderful work, that maybe this will resonate. Maybe it won't, I don't know. But I think a lot of us are in that place where we know that there's greater calling us in our spirit. And I'm so excited to just be a word of encouragement or inspiration if you need it. So, I've titled this video, What Your Next Level Requires of You. Because I've been asking myself a lot of deep questions about, what is it that I need to be doing in this moment? Who do I need to become? What do I need to stop doing, start doing? All those different questions. Basically tweaking, my mindset, my habits, my disciplines, how I show up in order for me to truly get to the next level. I think the higher and higher you go, whatever that looks like to you, right? It's not a race by any means. It's not a competition. My greatest competition is myself, but it's about elevating. And I think the higher you go on levels of self-actualization, maybe results in life, maybe a sense of fulfillment, some confidence, your spirituality, I think the changes we need to make become more and more subtle, right? Because we've worked through so many big things, we've worked through so many of the major things, that now it's about going through and really getting detailed, really getting, taking the small things and really mastering those small things, because the big things no longer are vying for our attention and no longer shaking us and basically getting all of our attention. It's like if you're climbing a mountain, you don't see the small hill after it, right? The mountain is the only thing you see in your sight, so it's the first thing you tackle. Hopefully that analogy made sense. But your next level is going to require this one thing. Now, this is one of many things. Obviously there's so much and it's going to be dependent on where you're at in life. Like I said, this is something that came to me, but I'm sure and I'm positive that it's something we all need to lean deeper into, cultivate more of. So yes, I'm just prefacing by saying, do we all need to be more consistent, more disciplined, more courageous, have better systems? Whatever the case may be, wake up earlier perhaps, stop sleeping so late. Yes, absolutely. There's all these habits and disciplines and yada yada that's going to benefit us along the way. But I want to talk about the inner work. I want to talk about the intangibles. I want to talk about the behind the scenes. Literally no one else can see, but you know within you whether or not it's something that is present and whether it's something that you are working on. And this is what it is. It's going to require trust. Absolute, deep, unabiding, totally convicted in trust / faith. You could also say faith. But the word that came to me primarily was trust. And this really resonated with me because I reflect back on my own journey. And I know that at every step of the way, when I made major decisions, when I was called to do things that maybe flew in the face of what others were telling me to do, of what my mind even was telling me to do, of what I thought I should do, I just trusted that I was making the right decision for me, and that some way, somehow, this was going to benefit me, and this was going to grow me. And I just know if I can grow me into my best version, then I can help somebody else do the same. And in each of those moments, trust was a undeniable part of the process, an undeniable component of my decision making. And I wanted to really hone in on this topic because I think for so many of us, trust is maybe absent. Faith in what we're called to do, where we're going, is absent. And when we don't have that, it is so hard to show up. It is so hard to have belief in yourself and what you're doing, because you don't trust that if you make that next step, that you are going towards a future that is right for you. Hi, Facebook. How's it going? So let me backtrack a little bit. Like I said, trust has to be part of the process. And I think the reason why this resonated with me so strongly is because when I don't have trust, I cannot show up as my best self. Hey Marie, how's it going? Welcome to the live. Just met today. Just to share, I've been going on live for the past handful of weeks and just talking about some topics. But like I mentioned, trust needs to be there. Okay, now I've lost my train of thought. Let me just pick it back up. Get distracted over here. I gotta stop talking to y'all because I'm getting distracted. What was that saying? Okay, let me just start off wherever I was. Trust. Trust in the process, trust in the path, trust in whatever is placed on your heart to do, and know that you have everything within you. That's what I want to talk about. You need to trust that you are exactly who you need to be in order to take advantage of whatever opportunities come your way. Do you trust that you have everything within you to make it happen, to make whatever your goals and dreams happen? And if not, if you feel like, but I don't have this skill, I don't have this capability, trust that the universe and God will send you the right opportunities to grow you, will send you the right people to encourage you along your path, and you will acquire all of the tools, all of the resources, and all of the opportunities you need to be where you want to be. Do you trust that you are here for a reason? It's not an accident that you were born at this time, in this place, in this very unique, special time on earth, and that even that you're listening to this. Do you trust that everything happens for a reason? Do you trust that whatever's been placed on your heart is absolutely the truth for you and what you're meant to do? We all have those inner knowings and those deep, vulnerable, hidden away parts of our hearts that we never let show because we don't trust that it's actually true or that it can come true for us. But I'm here to tell you, let those parts out. Let those parts see the light of day because those are not by accident. And, as I was talking about Marie here, we met earlier today. This is a perfect example, so I'm so glad you're on the live. We met within in the span of an hour. We ran into each other twice on the street in a city of 1 million people plus. Do you trust that that's not by accident? I trust it's not. Do you think it's a coincidence that you run into people, that you are being presented opportunities, that your circumstances are the way they are, that you were born in the place that you were born, that you were born into the family that you were born, that you had the experiences that you had? Do you think any of that is by accident? And perhaps we're talking more about, a spiritual background and perhaps trusting in a divine, a divine guidance, a divine plan for your life. And if you don't have that foundation, that's totally fine. But just know there are intangible, mysterious ways of this world that we cannot explain. But do you trust that whatever is happening for your good? Because if we're going to go to the next level of our life, if we're going to venture into the unknown, the truth is we don't know what that looks like. Now, I'm of the belief that time travel is possible, and the one thing you need to make it happen is in your mind. But that's some woo-woo stuff that's going off the deep end. So we're just going to say that time right now is linear, right? Even though it's not, time is an illusion. But let's say time is linear. And the only way that we know what comes next is if we are willing to take the next step. We don't know what the next step is going to look like. We don't know what comes when we take that step. We don't know even what's going to happen in the next hour. Anything could happen. We all make plans, of course. We all try to be intentional and be disciplined. That is very important. But at the end of the day, there's so much that is not within our control, especially if we are choosing to follow our path, if we're choosing to go to a higher level. And I think a higher level means you forego the beaten path. You forego what has been, the path that has been forged for you. You forgo what society tells you. You forgo what your friends and family tell you. And you start to ask yourself, what is my heart telling me? What is God telling me? What are my values telling me? What are my vision? What is all of my dreams and goals telling me? That's what I'm going to listen to. The next step is not known. So if you don't have trust that when you place your foot forward, you're going to land on solid ground, which you are, just a disclaimer, which you are. When you take a leap of faith, the universe will always catch you. Just saying. You might, kind of hit the pavement a little hard, but you will always land on your feet, even if you have to get back up after falling down. But do you trust that? I hope you do. I hope you have the type of trust in yourself. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. That's fine. But I hope you have the type of trust in your ability to withstand difficulties, to overcome, to be a student, to learn, to grow. If anything, trust in your ability to be resilient, to overcome, to become the next best version of yourself. Because the truth is, if you've made it in life this far, then you have overcome all of your hardest days, all of your most challenging moments, all of the things that tried to beat you down, tried to keep you small, and you've made it out the other side. So if anything, you already have a track record of being a winner, of being a champion, and of becoming greater than your circumstances. You already have a track record of going to the next level. Now, the more we grow, the scarier the next level is going to be. But if we're willing to have faith, knowing that it is not by accident, and that we are fully capable, and that whatever we need will be provided for us, then it doesn't mean it gets easier. In the season that I'm in, it's not easy, but I'm just having fun with it, because I know, hey, if I fall, I'll get back up. If I make a mistake, I can make amends. If I look like a fool, then I can laugh at myself. There's nothing that is so serious that I won't be able to learn from it, to grow from it, and to turn it into a lesson. Everything that I'm sharing with you on these lives have been lessons, and probably have been moments where I really, really did not want to go through it. There was fear, there was discomfort, there was challenge, and I felt ugly and messy and imperfect. But now I'm here today being able to share with you because I just went through it. Because I just kept putting one foot in front of the other. Because I just trusted that my fear, my pain, my struggle can turn into purpose. That there's a story, there's a lesson, there is some impact at the end of it. So, to tie this all together, I probably went all over the place. But your next level is going to require that you have deep, abiding trust. Like I said, in yourself, in the universe that you're in, and the time that you're in. Everything you say just resonates so much. I feel grateful for you putting your amazing... Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I know it resonates because you, Marie, seriously, you have taken such a leap of faith. If you don't know, I'm going to tag Marie in this, but she's doing a world tour, traveling the world for 1 year solo. And I was like, good for you, girl. That takes some deep trust. That takes some faith, y'all, to leave everything behind and to travel on your own for a year. So like I said, there's examples everywhere you see of people doing this. Are you going to write your own story of how you went through some challenge and you came out the other side? And if you are going to write that story, let trust be that guiding force that tells you, okay, I don't quite know where my foot's going to land, but I know it's going to land. So, like I said, let trust be the thing that you carry with you in the next season. Let that be the thing that guides you. Let that be the thing that lets you know that you may not see the full picture. You never will. You may not know exactly how everything is going to turn out. You never will. You may not know everything that you need to know in order to have the capabilities and skills. You may be imperfect. You may not be exactly the person you need to be yet, but you don't need to be. You just need to take the next step forward. So I hope that adds value. I hope that resonates with you. Like I said, this is the inner work we need to do if we're going to become our greatest version. But it's so beautiful, y'all. It's so beautiful to live in a world and to be with yourself when you just know that you are protected, you are guided, and that you can't do any wrong. Obviously, you can make bad mistakes and make bad decisions, but nothing is unredeemable. You can always bounce back. You can always become more. And you can always learn what you need to learn in any circumstance. So don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. Don't be afraid to put that footstep forward. And don't be afraid, even in the small things. Say hi to a stranger. You never know who you're going to meet. Shoot your shot. You never know where it's going to go. Start that blog. You never know who's going to be inspired by your words. Start a YouTube. Start Instagram. I don't know what it is. Start writing your book. Build your business. Start a business. I don't know. Only you know what's on your heart. But you can do it. And I trust that you will get it done. So have a great day, y'all. Have a good evening. Like I said, for all of you who are new here, I'm doing live 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday to Friday, unless otherwise stated. So come back if you need a word of encouragement, if you need some inspiration, or if you're just looking for a friendly voice in your ear, I will be here. I believe in you. I love you. Thank you for hopping on the live and have a good evening. Bye bye. Ciao. Bye, Marie.